You fought the Skaven before, haven't you, Gorrickson?
Aye, Dory, many times. They're like flies around dung.
Can we defeat them? Once and for all, I mean.
My kind have been trying for millennia, and I bet the elf lot have been at it even longer.
If you mean no, dwarf, just say so.
I'm saying, Zarin, that it's too early to tell. Not all labours can be accomplished in a lifetime.
Any success with the interrogations, sir?
We've only caught the scum of their kind. No leaders, only mindless drones.
Didn't you catch a storm vermin a while back?
No, Kruber, I need a rat man of much higher rank. Something far more sinister.
How about a friendly contest? He or she who collects the most tails wins.
You think I'm carting Skaven tails around with me? Disgusting.
Oh, I fought my share of battles against the beastmen of the woods. But these rat men are different.
How do you mean?
The war herds are always driven by their bestial nature. They fight hard but direct. The rat men are cunning, clever.
They have a plan.
That's it exactly. They have a plan.
His axe shone silver in the dark, his brow was wrathful bold.
I've heard that one before. In an Altdorf tavern. The singer was drunk.
Nothing wrong with that. The Doom of Broggy Stonehand's a fine song to go with an ale or 12.
Sounds like a cheerful ballad.
Indeed it is. A fine tale of grudges settled and foemen lying like firewood on the mountainside.
I recall a mention of elves.
Aye, well, elves are somewhat present in the tale.
What?
I'll sing something else, shall I? A fine night for slaughter, eh, Dory?
Have a care, lest the slaughter doesn't end with dead rats.
Impossible! I feel the strength of my ancestors flowing through me.
What you feel, Gorrickson, is that pint of Estalian brandy you drank earlier.
One Eye is not wrong to fear the dark gods. These vermin are the least of their agents.
Sigmar protects us.
I'm not so sure. He did little to protect Ubersreich.
Sigmar protects only the worthy.
Ha! A fine excuse for inaction. Gods should care more about their folk.
There's still something you're not telling us, isn't there, Elf?
We've hardly time for me to tell you everything I know that you don't, have we?
Have a care, Elf, or I'll...
Let her be, sir. She revels in her mysteries. Perhaps it's to hide a lack of substance.
The moon bodes ill for us all.
It's just Morsleep. Comes and goes with the seasons.
It's more than that. Can you not see that it's larger this night?
You know, I think the elf's right.
Of course I'm right.
Will this darkness ever end? Even my fires do little to penetrate it.
Perhaps darkness is all that remains to us.
Sigmar's light will come again, if we are worthy of it. Do not let your concerns distract you, Sergeant. This is for the Empire.
Concerns, sir?
I know you want to check on your family's farm. Consider them dead. Focus on revenge instead.
Oh, don't you worry about my revenge, sir.
Axe, she flutters like a windblown candle, but shyish gust strong. Death is rising.
Right cheery one you are tonight, Zarin.
Hold your tongue, witch. I don't wish to hear your heresies. Magic is a crutch for weak minds.
Really? I feel the same about faith. So, we're allies now, Saltzpyre. I thought I was due a trial.
Consider this your trial by combat. Have a care that you fight on the correct side.
Watelgi, do I have to ask our wizard to get a straight answer?
Why so interested, Holdseeker?
You know why I stick around. Only fair I know the same about you.
Talk to the wizard then, dwarf.
This is a reprieve, witch. Judgment awaits you still.
And what's to stop me from killing you and fleeing into the night?
Only that you'll prove me correct, and that I do not die easily. Kruber, you know very well there was no time for an excursion to your family farm.
Leave it be. There's nothing we could have done once the plague took hold.
You're a reasonable man, Sergeant.
Sir?
A warming fire is a good friend in dark times, Saren. As are you.
Oh, Master Dwarf, you'll turn my head.
Aye, well, watch that Saltspire doesn't wring your neck. You might have the mood for it still.
You're an abomination, witch.
Such compliments, Hunter. You'll turn my head.
I admire your dedication, Saltspire, if not your manner.
I don't seek your approval, dwarf. Duty is its own reward.
Aye, but it makes for a lonely road without comrades, Grimgay.
I don't understand your fear of magic, One-Eye.
It isn't magic I fear, but the corruption that comes with it.
But is corruption not just another name for weakness? Surely it's better to preach strength than instill fear.
I wouldn't expect an elf to understand.
I wouldn't expect you to. Your mind is like a locked box, sealed with words learned by rote.
Now is as good a time as any, Saltspire. Let's hear that tale.
Ugh. I'm no storyteller, dwarf.
That's all right, Grimgay. I'll help you along.
Wealthy merchant, a daughter, a vampire in a warpstone mine, then add Skaven blood and violence. There, you have it.
Right. If you'd like, I can offer a few pointers about, storytelling later.
So, how come we're blessed with your company, Master Gorrickson?
My questions have led me here, and I'm not leaving until I have my answers.
Who'll provide them? The dead or the rats?
Magic will not solve all your problems, witch.
Actually, I find fire an excellent equalizer. Ashes seldom quibble.
For once, you have a point.
Damn antique shop. Just my luck the Thagaraki had it burned.
I presume your incessant grumbling has to do with your reason for being here?
Indeed it has.
Well, cease it immediately. My patience is wearing thin. I think there is more to it than a simple hold hunt, Gorrickson.
What? Nothing simple about it.
You have reasons for leaving your kin that you do not speak of, which is noteworthy, considering how much you talk.
You have a keen eye, Grimgay. We obviously know where we are with each other.
Yes. You have earned my trust, dwarf. Don't make me regret it.
Sergeant, you do realize there's a difference between fire magic and necromancy.
I suppose.
Then why cling to prejudice and fears?
I'm honestly trying not to, wizard.
Dwarf and elf fighting Thagaraki in a manling town, who would have thought?
Someone with a bad sense of humor, Holdseeker.
You are fortunate in your quest, Gorrickson.
It doesn't bloody feel like it sometimes.
But your quest may end someday. You might find Karak-Zorn. My burden shall never fade. I have decided that you shall not face trial. Not yet.
No explication, just a reprieve.
There is no absolution for what you are. Be grateful for this small mercy. Your shackles can easily be restored, witch.
That's no surprise. I'm amazed you had the sense to remove them. What is that you call our ranger? The Hold Seeker?
Yes, what of it?
Well, I guess the rest of us don't know Gorrickson as well as you do. Which is a bit of a surprise.
Always know your enemy, Fire Wizard.
You will be judged, witch. Have no doubt.
By you? I think not. The fire isn't something I control.
But I've seen you.
I give it life, then I smother the blaze before it runs wild.
You're never tempted to let it keep burning?
Much as I'm glad you set me free, I think I prefer a nice quiet cell.
Consider this an opportunity to prove your righteousness, witch.
Your burden of proof shifts with the wind and smells of dung. Why do you fear confinement so?
I am like the wind on the fields. To cage me is to rob me of purpose.